Speaking of communication and transportation and technology, Mercury retrograde is starting in 3 days.
The countdown.
And I just want to say there's a special place in hell for whoever is in charge of the planets. Not God. I'm sorry. I respect you.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has another God that's in charge of that. When they make Mercury retrograde and eclipse season fall in the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that is just like pure torture.
Hello, beautiful people.
Is anybody out there? That wasn't good. People who make sounds, like that's their job for movies or shit, you know? Where they like make sounds, you know what I mean? Talent right there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I just tried to do a knock on my fucking hand, and that didn't even make the fucking sound. Like, come on, Sarah. Now, one of those people, they would have probably, like, what do they have? Like, a piece of wood?
Yeah. No, they have to really put themselves in the moment, in the character.
Yeah.
You know? Because they're completely making those sounds.
Yeah.
And sometimes in movies, you be hearing it off.
Yeah, it's true.
Or, like, TV shows, it's like the step is too loud.
Yeah.
Or, like, that was way
like
too big of a bang.
Much.
You know?
Yeah.
They don't level it right.
No, they don't. They don't. But when they do,
it really gets you in the story.
It does. Oh my God, yeah. Speaking of that, like, I'll never forget when I went to my first, like, Dolby sound theater experience.
Yeah.
I watched, I think the name of the movie is, like, Overdrive, some shit like that. Anyway, it's about World War II, and there's hella explosions. It's about, like, zombies. The Nazis are creating these, like, fucking soldiers that are, like, hella strong. But the scene that starts it off is, like, them in battle. Like, they're flying. Oh. And I just remember, this was after I had smoked a joint with my boyfriend outside the theater. We were so excited. I didn't know what Dolby Sound was. All I knew is, yeah, let's go watch this movie. Like, I like action movies. When I tell you, I was traumatized. I was literally traumatized. It was so loud and scary. And I literally had, like, PTSD that night. Like, that night I couldn't sleep. I just kept hearing, like, the explosions in my head.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
So, that was my mistake. Now I know there's a great sound system in place. Right. You're going to go to a Dolby theater experience. It's very loud. You'll feel like you're there. Don't do it high.
Yeah.
Because I was lit. And I was like, oh my God. The story was so good. Such a good movie.
Oh my gosh.
But shit, it got me good. My Libra Mercury likes pleasant, quiet sounds and tones.
Yeah.
So it was very scary. It gave, like, Aries Mercury. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, you're shouting at me.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. I feel like especially with, like, the explosives and, like,
God,
any type of war shit when it's too loud. It's too much.
Yeah.
I need it way down. And that's...
Like, when you're home, you have the remote. You just turn it down. I had no remote.
Right. And I feel like, yeah, I normally like my shit on low, except for this TV has to be loud because it basically doesn't work.
Yeah. This TV's on its last life.
It
on
really
its last
is.
leg. I feel like it's just gonna grow legs and walk out of here when it's done.
I really
like
should.
the grandma's bag in Halloween Town. That it's gonna be like, motherfucker, how have you still not got a new TV? I'm out of here.
Right.
Like, it's been waiting to be able to pass on to the next universe.
Right. I feel like it's just gonna croak over.
No,
and, like, there'll
literally.
be, like, a split in the middle, and it's like, okay,
it's
time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, it takes, like, 10 seconds for anything
for one
to
button
happen.
to work.
It's incredibly frustrating.
It is.
But
it's not broken yet.
No, it's not. But also, I'm like, yeah, it still works. And I heard this fact today that was really shocking to me about, like, the environment.
What is it?
And it was basically saying that, on average, 1,000 laptops a second are being tossed out.
For new ones. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and just, like, all that electronic waste, you know what I mean? Like...
It's true, it's crazy. If you're fucking throwing shit away before it's done, like, you're crazy. But I'd also imagine these... You know who's at fault? It is not the consumer. It is these companies for making our shit slower,
right.
So we are forced to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, sure, it might helping the environment if my shit's moving hella slow. But what am I doing to my mental health?
It takes 30 minutes to start a show.
You know that? Like, I meditate every day. My technology fucking up. Any progress I made towards a better state of mental health with that meditation is gone out the window.
Out the window.
When my remote, my phone, my computer doesn't want to fucking operate. When my internet's slow, I'm like, ah! What the fuck? It's crazy. Do I need help? Yes. I'm a very impatient individual who moves fast, okay? My Gemini brain is ready to go. And when shit's not happening at their normal speed or at a surprisingly pleasant, faster speed, I'm angry.
Yeah.
I blame the corporations, is what I really wanted to say.
No, 100%.
Don't make my shit slow, where I'm forced to fucking get a new one every other day.
No, you're
These
so right.
iPhone fucking upgrades and shit, like, I'm just like, what is the difference between the last one? You probably just fucking made the last one slower.
No, actually, you changed, like, a little thing on the camera, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? I feel like back in the day, they did used to make more, like, parts for your phone.
Yeah.
But now,
it's one thing.
It's one thing.
Yeah.
I remember having, like, extra batteries.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was not iPhones. That was not iPhones.
Yeah, no, it was a little Motorola flip phone.
Or even, like, the Samsung. Like, there's still a battery there.
Yeah.
Like, if your battery life is... I don't know if they still do it, but like, a few years ago, they had batteries inside of it. And if the battery life of your phone was dying, you could go get a new battery for your phone. Like...
Yeah.
Not an iPhone, that's for sure. No. Probably not a lot of phones anymore.
Mm-mm.
They probably want you to upgrade. That's how they're making their money.
Right. That's so sad.
I know. Insane. Ugh. And speaking of communication and transportation and technology, Mercury retrograde is starting in 3 days.
The countdown.
And I just want to say there's a special place in hell for whoever is in charge of the planets. Not God. I'm sorry. I respect you.
Yeah.
Hopefully he has another God that's in charge of that. When they make Mercury retrograde and eclipse season fall in the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that is just, like, pure... Like,
oh,
so change is happening, but I won't really be aware of the change, and chaos will be happening, and I won't be able to communicate through that chaos. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a clusterfuck. And Aries season is starting, which means I'll be very emotional and ready to express that emotion. But you also want me to move fast because it's Aries season, and it's time for me to go after the things that I want. But I can't do that because Mercury's in retrograde and it's telling me to slow down. Like, it's all just very confusing. Energy that is popping up soon.
It's contradictory.
So, give yourself grace. I know I sure will. Probably will have a tantrum here and there.
Yes.
But you probably will too. Mm-hmm. Just know that everyone's also feeling that energy, is what I was trying to get at.
100%.
I'm going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling it.
Yes.
We're going to be feeling it. So, maybe just be aware of that.
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking, I feel like there might be, I mean, I hope not. I hope people drive cautiously.
Yeah.
But I feel like there might be more accidents.
Oh,
even more, like, I know that always happens around Mercury retrograde, but I feel like the Aries energy as well, and just, like, the road rage possibly, and just, like, that type of, like, aggression coming out in that way when it is already so frustrating. It happens to me every single time. I get lost. I have it here. I turn the wrong way.
Yeah.
You've seen it happen to me many a times. And it's just so frustrating. So people need to plan ahead. And I feel like especially for that, at least, with the car stuff. And anything, like, super physical.
Right.
You know?
I agree. It's just going to be a doozy and a woozy and a woo.
Right.
What is going on? You're going to be feeling a little cuckoo, but that's eclipse season for you. That's Mercury retrograde for you. Just, like, don't rush it. Because eclipse season is already probably going to be putting shit together for you, moving shit around for you anyway. You really have no control over eclipse season. And Mercury retrograde just wants you to slow down anyway. So maybe just slow down, see what changes are happening. Don't try to push back on these changes. Is the advice I would give.
Yeah, if things fall, let them fall.
Yeah.
I feel. You know, like if something is just, you're like fighting for something, it's like, why am I still fighting for this? It's just not working.
Right.
Just let it drop.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because I feel like that's also what the eclipse is going to be like asking, you know, of you. The you versus other.
Yeah, exactly.
Energy.
It's the Libra Aries axis. So you really just have to be preserving your own inner peace as much as you can. And understanding that, like, you being controlling right now is not going to benefit you in any way.
No. Yeah. You can't force certain things. No matter how much you love it, how much you think you want it, some things just aren't meant for you, and they will be pushed out of your life.
Right. But also, I feel like because it's the astrological new year, beautiful things are also going to be growing and evolving for you. So just let it happen, because there's already probably seeds that were planted a while ago that are going to be flourishing at this time. So if things are being removed, be excited about what can take place. You know what I mean?
Totally.
In replacement of them. So just, I guess just kind of like sit back, grab the popcorn, and let shit happen for you.
100%.
And I'm saying for you for a reason, not to you, for you. If you're thinking, oh, why is this happening to me? No, it's happening for you. That's been one of the most powerful sayings that I've been incorporating in my life. Like, even if you think, like, well, that's not what I wanted. Well, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you, because this is ultimately what's going to help your journey and ultimately going to get you what you actually want, even if you don't know it yet.
You just have to trust.
Yep.
And, like, yeah, maybe have some of that Aries courage to have the faith.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, take that first step.
Yeah.
You know, of like, okay, this is different, but maybe it's going to be better.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know?
Big agree. I have some toxic Twitter time. Where we read some funny, interesting, stupid, any of the above tweets.
Wild stuff.
Yep. Toxic Twitter time. So, there's this picture of Diddy.
Oh, no.
If are you living under a rock? You know what Diddy's going through.
Right.
He's been exposed, allegedly, for everything that he is. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Anyway, there's this picture of Diddy, and he kind of looks a little down bad. Almost like physically, like he looks like he's been through the ringer, like he's aged 10 years. Like, you know when people go through stressful shit? Yeah. And he is sitting on a table with a large amount of amethyst crystal.
Oh, wow.
And someone replied to it and said, it's kind of too late. And I just thought that was so funny and so true, because yes, there are certain things that no crystal can fix.
No sage can clear.
No. I mean, if Diddy lights up sage, he's going to light him on fire. Because he is the bad vibes.
Right.
He is the demon.
Actually. You can't, like smoke out yourself.
And the person who tweeted this is Storm NYX. So, credit where it's due. But that shit was so funny.
Oh.
And I saw that and I was like, retweet, yes, absolutely. Like, wow, this is hilarious. Like, how can he think that this is going to do anything? And also you posting it is like kind of giving me like, oh, send me your good vibes and good energy. Like, y'all know I'm going through a lot right now.
Actually, also like, I'm trying to get better. Look at me trying to heal.
Look at me with my crystals.
No.
Anybody do tarot readings?
Right. That fake
spirituality.
Shit. I'm totally healing.
Also, he still looks dead on the inside.
His eyes.
He doesn't look like he's healing.
They look like little pebbles. They black.
Yeah, they remind me of the demons in, like, Charmed.
Soulless, yes. Oh, 100%.
You know?
Uh-huh.
It's just so funny. Because people really think, like, I heard that crystal shit works. Like, imagine someone in his inner circle is like, I heard crystals help people, man.
Oh my gosh. And he was just like, yes, I'm gonna be saved now.
I'm gonna buy all the fucking crystals in the world.
The biggest one with all my dirty money.
Literally.
Ugh.
Somebody tell him that actually makes the goodness of the crystals go away. The crystals feel your karma.
Right. Surprised that crystal didn't shatter.
Literally. I can't.
You know, like how your beads like break sometimes
no,
because like
seriously,
the energy is too strong. Yeah,
no, that's what I mean. You is the problem.
He's a bad man. I like that these people are being exposed though for who they truly are.
I know.
All these celebrities, you know, some of them I'm sad, but I'm like, also, if this is who you are, then goodbye. Good riddance. No, I'd rather know.
I feel like more celebrities than not are into weird shit, do crazy shit, have no sense of ethics, and are greedy and will do anything for a buck, for a quick little dollar.
I know.
You know what I mean? I genuinely do. I don't mean all of them, but I think a majority of them would sell their soul to the devil as long as they became rich and famous and as long as they continue to be that.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. And I feel like more and more people are in the industry are speaking out on it.
On the weird shit that they've seen and experienced. That Nickelodeon fucking documentary. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear about that? So Nickelodeon is, again, you guys know Nickelodeon. If you don't, it's like a fucking channel where they had a lot of Disney stars and just
it was like
Disney
a
stars
kid
was for Disney, but basically like a kid channel where they had a lot of young people
shows
and
that
teenagers,
were targeted for
young adults as actors and actresses. So you'd imagine a lot of shit went down. Everything we've heard about our country and Hollywood. So there's this documentary that's coming out about Nickelodeon and about all the fucked up shit that some of the actors and actresses had to go through. Young adults, teenagers had to go through, kids. And one of them being, there was this screenwriter that's on set, I believe. He was a screenwriter, and he did some pervy shit. Straight up, some pervy shit, got caught, didn't really get punished for it. Had people write him letters of you know what I mean? What do they call
recommendations?
it? Not recommendation, but essentially a character witness.
Oh, saying that he was a good person.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was actually an actor, the actor from Boy Meets World.
Oh.
Yeah. Not the main one, his best friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I've been seeing more and more stuff come out about this documentary. They've been doing a good job of teasing it.
Yeah.
And then social media, talks about it. But it's coming out tomorrow. So.
Oh.
Or no, today, March 17th. So it's out on HBO. That's where it's on. HBO did it. So check it out.
I'm definitely watching that tonight.
And it's crazy. It's about Drake Bell. I was thinking of Drake and Josh. But yeah, Drake Bell is one of the kids that was affected by this dude. And one of the craziest things that I saw about this man, I believe it was him. Do you know John Wayne Gacy? Is that his name? He's a really popular serial killer.
Oh.
He was the one that was a clown.
Oh, God, no. That sounds extra terrifying.
Yeah, so he's one of the most popular serial killers in the country.
God.
And he targeted young boys.
Oh.
That was his MO. And his job was a clown for parties. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's my worst fear.
John Wayne Gacy. And one of the kids in this documentary is describing going to this Nickelodeon screenwriter's house. He would always have kids over, and he had all these antique toys. He described it as being weird, strange house for an adult male.
Yeah.
One of the things he saw there was that this screenwriter had letters from John Wayne Gacy and that they were friends.
Oh no.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up.
No. Wow. Sick minds.
Birds
of a feather flock together. Exactly. He's ooh, someone I can look up to. Somebody I like.
Exactly.
Taking advantage of little boys.
Exactly.
And let me add little girls in there, too.
Literally. So the name of the documentary is Quiet on Set, which is a very good name.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV.
Dude, this is just so crazy because I loved Nickelodeon. I feel like as a kid when I was like,
and not even just
8
Nickelodeon.
No, yeah, Disney Channel too.
Disney
no,
Channel
all of it.
Doing crazy shit too.
100%.
So I don't want to. I mean, they're bad, but all of them are.
Yes.
Sorry.
All of them will be exposed.
I have to say that.
No, it's so true.
Because it's not like this. Like, oh my god, how did this happen? Like, I think it happened right in front of their eyes. You know what I mean? Like all the Me Too movement shit too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just didn't blow it up until way later. Like, it was happening. You know?
Well,
people weren't believed.
Yeah.
It wasn't taken seriously.
All the kids are grown up now, so they have a voice to speak
Exactly.
out. They've probably maybe gone, hopefully, through some therapy where they feel comfortable to now share their stories, you know? And that's why I think, too, now it's all coming out more than ever.
Yep.
And because of the climate that we're in, they're like, well, let's expose them now, too. For sure.
Yeah.
But it's just so crazy. Like, I used to think, like, I still wanted to be on those shows. Like, I loved them, you know? Like, I thought it looked like...
It was so cool.
Right.
Even, like, Zoe 101. Like, the dynamic was so cool.
Right.
We knew all of those, like, teenagers on those shows. Like, we wanted to be friends with them. You know what I mean? Because, like, we watched them every day.
Yeah.
They were, like, our celebs to us.
Exactly.
And to hear, like, all this shit going down, like, it's sick. Even, like, Zoe 101, like, all that shit that came out about Britney Spears' sister. Like, not even just about her sister, like, fucking her over. But how much of a bully she was on that set. And, like, how they talked about, like, one of the girls on there. She literally got yelled at by Britney Spears. Imagine getting yelled at by Britney Spears because her sister lied and said that, like, this girl was bullying her when really, like, Jamie Lynn was, like, the actual bullying her. Yeah. Ostracizing her. Like, just shit like that where it's, like, no one was making these kids feel safe. And the only kids that were safe were the ones where the parents played an active role in their daily life and schedule. That's what I've learned from what I've watched from, like, the YouTube channels I watch about this shit, like, is that, like, the kids that were okay were the ones where their parents were there all day because they were being watched, you know what I mean? About who was interacting with them, where they were going.
For sure.
You know, and not everyone, I guess, I mean, obviously not everyone has present parents and not everyone has time to do that. Like, you just never know, but, like, it's so sad. And I have to correct myself. He wasn't, what did I call him? A screenwriter? He's the dialogue coach. He was the dialogue coach. Okay. For Nickelodeon, yeah. Yep.
I mean, there was
accused of sexually abusing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's what it was, literally.
Fuck.
Yeah. Literal sexual abuse.
I'm interested to see more because I feel like there was another guy from Nickelodeon who was
Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
That's like the main guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who had like a weird
and guess what?
Foot fetish and
when this shit came up, when this shit happened with the dialogue coach, Don Schneider, because it happened to allegedly Drake Bell. And I guess Dan Schneider, whoever he is, he messaged Drake and was like, oh, like, I'm so sorry to hear this. Like, if you need anything. Like, just, like, shit like this. Like, obviously, I don't know the full story. I'm going to watch the documentary. But it just seemed like it was pushed under the rug.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Dan Schneider is the producer and screenwriter. There we go. Yeah, I knew one of the screenwriters was doing something.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to validate you. I was like, no, I know there was another one in there.
He's like the main one. He like has pictures with all of them.
Yeah, he created. He created all the shows.
All of the shit on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
iCarly, Victorious, Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, Salmon. Yeah, all of them. Disgusting. Yeah, I remember when the first shit came out about him, I went to try and find his Instagram, and his comment section was not doing too good. Damn. And then I went back, and they were like, I think he took the comments away. I haven't checked it in a while, but I'm just like, how is he still like...
How are you allowed to have an account?
No, like, why is there not a case against him already?
No, literally.
Because he's a white man in Hollywood.
Because he keeps... never mind.
It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. I know, and I feel like I saw a clip of that new documentary we were talking about coming out of somebody from all that too, and that's like in the 90s. Like this has been going on for a minute.
Yep.
A minute. And I thought maybe before I saw that clip, I was like, oh, is it just from like the 2000s? And it's like, nope. It goes way back.
Yeah. It's fucked.
It's just so sad.
It's so sad. Like, it's so sad because it can't be controlled. Like, you don't know what adults that are around your kids are normal versus not. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyone can act normal.
Yeah.
And you just never know who people really are. And I hate to sound so cynical like that. I'm doing my Scorpio Capricorn thing. But, like, you just genuinely don't know who people are to their core. And that's why I don't trust people.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, I don't know what kind of fucking shit you're into. And a lot of these people are very sociable, are really easy to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, some of these people are weird and socially awkward, but a lot of serial killers, for example, are really, really good at holding down a conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Charming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Super charming.
Fucking Ted Bundy.
So it's just insane to me that, yeah, it can happen to people right in front of your eyes. And I don't know, you just, with kids, I feel like it's just so scary.
No, for
Like,
sure.
I can't even imagine what it's like to be a parent and, like, have to leave my kid anywhere.
Oh my god, I know. It's like absolutely terrifying. I keep thinking I would be a total helicopter mom. But too, I feel like it's really important for people to understand, like, you need to believe kids. Like, in the clip I saw today, the kid was like, it was weird. I didn't like the dolls or whatever, like, in the house. Like, it was giving weird vibes. And if a parent would have asked, like, how did you feel going over to this man's house? Also, why are you going over to this strange man's house? But whatever.
That's the one that has the letters from John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, why was it weird? Listen. Yeah, no, it's so
They
true.
should be doing something and taking more of an active part, but like I also kind of blame those parents because they were getting monetary value out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you also hear a lot of the stories about these kids who are broke now because their parents used up all the money.
Yep. Whatever contracts were in place, they weren't updated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's sick. It's disgusting. I want there to be more laws in place for parents and kids when they work together, when the kid is under 18, to protect kids, and also kids of influencers that are on the internet. I think they deserve to have some compensation where the parents can't touch. If you're using your kid for any sort of monetary, value, they should be getting some of that money.
100%.
That's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
And I just genuinely feel like some people should not be having kids. That's how I generally feel. Some people don't know how to protect kids. And are
that's facts.
Just living in another world. You know what? You have to have a special type of care to be able to take care of a child.
Yes.
You have to be seeing those signs. You know what I mean? Having, like you said, those conversations with them of like, hey, when we hang out, like, you're happy, right? And they're like, yeah. Like, okay, cool. This is normal. Like, if you ever are around people and you don't feel happy and you don't feel safe, let me know. You know what I mean? Like, teach them the difference between that.
Right.
So they don't think, like, anything is normal. Because to a child, they're going to look at an adult and they're always going to assume that the adult is doing the right thing.
Right.
An adult wouldn't mess with them. An adult wouldn't do something that they're not supposed to do. They're an adult.
Yeah.
Like, you as the parent, it's your job to teach them the difference.
Right.
And I think some people just don't know how. And it pisses me off.
No, it honestly breaks my heart because you're so right. You have to teach, like, that autonomy of, like, this is my body, this is my person.
Exactly.
This is how I'm feeling.
These are my boundaries.
Right.
I don't like when people touch me here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even though those are uncomfortable conversations,
right,
you need to have them.
Right. Like, nobody should be doing that.
Yeah.
And it's caring for a kid, but it is like teaching them, it's raising them, helping them understand those
Yeah.
emotions. Like that is so much, and I feel like people just even barely do the bare minimum of care.
Yeah, agreed.
You know?
Agreed, and they still think their kids owe them something. You know,
Right.
you know those parents,
yes,
that like do the bare minimum, are
I
not
sure do.
emotionally available in any way. Sometimes physically available, and then they come around and they think their kid's supposed to like kiss their fucking ring. Who the fuck do you think you like?
Right.
They didn't ask to come to this world.
Yeah.
You brought them here. So you should be everything you can to teach them everything you've learned thus far and make them feel safe and cared for. Like,
or you shouldn't have brought him in.
yeah. Wrap it up.
Yeah. Birth control it up.
Let's go, baby.
You know?
Oh my god, speaking of that shit. God, I'm getting fucking annoyed. I saw apparently the state of fucking Missouri made it so you can't get a divorce while you're pregnant, even if violence was involved.
No.
Yes.
Oh, no. What the fuck? Oh,
yeah.
no. We're getting to scary places, people.
No, it's...
How can
on
I
a
get...
scale of 1 to fucking... Oh, I can't. On a scale of 1 to Handmaid's Tale, it's getting Handmaid's Tale.
I know. I'm literally Googling dual citizenship. Where else? Actually, I'm okay to renounce my American citizenship.
Seriously.
Where can I go in a year that will accept me? Because it's getting fucking scary.
Honestly, I'm just going to say it right here. Mexico, I'm coming for you.
Mexico, here I come. I'm good with that.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
There's water.
There's
great
water.
food. Love the culture.
True.
Close enough where I could see this shit storm.
Yeah. Gotta learn Spanish, but yep.
It'll be easy.
Mm-hmm.
Dos amigas en Mexico.
Sí. I know,
Duolingo,
like,
baby, sponsor us.
No. Right. Because right now, I know no Spanish.
I know un poquito. Enough where I'll be able to get us around. I mean, Miguel's coming.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, isn't that freaking crazy? Like, what you mean they
It
can't get a divorce while pregnant? What? Suddenly when I'm pregnant, I can't make any decisions for myself?
Right.
Like,
Are
what?
we literally going back to, like, the 50s and 60s where
literally.
women had absolutely no rights?
Soon they're going to be like...
You can't open a bank account?
No, so we're going to get an email from Credit Karma. You don't have a credit score. Because you don't have the ability to buy anything anymore. Your money's not your money no more. Better find a man.
If that happened, I'm breaking windows.
Yeah.
And starting fires.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, that's literally what Handmaid's Tale started off as.
No, I know.
And they go back to the story and they show you how, like, we didn't think it was really gonna happen. We just didn't listen to the signs. And before, when we realized it was bad is when it was too late. And they were coming to the offices and taking the women away. And,
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so stressful.
It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah, I was reading this book recently, too. It's an old book, but it's kind of similar to, like, Handmaid's Tale in the sense that it's very, like, a dystopia.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But also very realistic, like, oh shit, this could happen here.
Yeah.
It's called Parable of the Sower.
Uh-huh.
And
Interesting name.
it was really freaky because the girl lives in California and she starts out in Los Angeles, and like the house she was in eventually gets like taken over by these people who like do drugs and are like addicted to fire, and they just come
Addicted to fire?
Yeah, like they love how the fire looks, so they just set things on fire and like steal things from people. Like it's absolutely terrible. But the part that was like really freaky to me was that the way to like save yourself from this terror was like there was these big corporations that you could come work for, but essentially you would be like
A slave to them?
And they owned like
Oh my
they were
God,
the only ones who owned large pieces of property, but they would be like, we can give you board, like food, clothes.
But you have to do everything
But basically,
I say.
yep.
What's the difference? I don't know what's the difference between America and that. They just wrapped it up in an American dream.
Right.
Give me your whole entire fucking life force, energy, and time, and I'll give you just barely enough money where you'll survive. How does that sound to you?
Right. Actually, and knowing too that all these big companies are like buying a shit ton of land in like certain areas, I'm like, oh no.
It's starting.
Oh no.
Yeah. Because remember how they were trying to, there was this one company where they were like, well, we don't even want our employees to go home. We want them to live. We're going to get you apartments.
Yes.
Like, that's crazy.
Yes.
Well, actually, it reminds me of Divergent. Did you ever watch that movie?
I want to say yes, but
so,
I
like,
don't
apparently,
remember
it's
too
like
much.
a kind of like a, yeah.
It was like a series, right?
No, it's a movie.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a trilogy. And it's just about like the society where they call it factions, and like there's like the legal ones, the kind ones, the ones that are into the law, and like you can only pick between these 5 different categories, and like that's your life work. Like even if you grew up in like, let's say, like one of the factions where it's like all about the law, that's where your family grew up. When you grow up and you're like 18, you get to pick which one you get to go to, or you want to go to, and you do a test and it tells you which one you would fit into. And when you pick that, you can't even like, it's frowned upon to go be with your family. Like you need to stay there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's factions over blood.
Oh.
And like that kind of reminded me of this, what you were talking about, because it's like your company becomes your job becomes your world. You're like a slave to that department, that company, whatever. And I feel like it's getting to that place. Society is kind of getting to that place, even though we've been fighting back, especially during the pandemic, where like we're like, as people, we deserve, as employees, we deserve this, and blah 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 blah. I saw Bernie again is trying to do that 4-day work week.
Yeah.
So I would love that. He's really just trying out here.
I know. We
but,
really
like, I feel like
that one up, guys.
Yeah, the government, society, they definitely want us to be controlled, and if the corporations can somehow do that, it just makes things easier for the government. Oh,
100%. And they make so much money. They're paying out so many of our officials. So, like...
Yeah, it's perfect. It works for both of them.
Right. None
of
us.
Horrible. It's horrible.
It really is, because they're...
And they just spy on us. And spy on us.
I know.
And spy on us.
And they gaslight us and try and make us feel like it's our fault and we're lazy. We're not working hard enough.
Yeah.
Like, when you are cutting our wages to make yours bigger. And what the fuck do you do all day?
It's insane. It's actually insane.
Besides, pollute our world.
I know what they do. They sit
Scratch
there and
your
they
butt.
watch us.
Right.
Watch American Conspiracy, The Octopus Project on freaking Netflix. Watch that shit, y'all.
I like that. Oh, yeah. Wait, The Octopus Project. Oh, yes. Yes.
I just went through all that shit. I feel like I just followed your train of thought.
Because I thought you were talking about the Friendly Octopus one on Netflix.
No.
And then I was like, wait, no. That's that other documentary we talked about a
I
couple
know.
weeks ago.
I thought it was funny that you laughed. I'm like, Maya, it's kind of fucked up. Like, why would you laugh at that? Someone died. A lot of people died.
That's because
like, this Sagittarius is uncomfortable or something.
My mind just went to the happy octopus.
Yeah, you're like, happy octopus, yeah. And I'm like, no, people died.
Yeah, no, I remember
Government's
that
taking
one.
over.
Yeah.
It's insane. If you live under a rock, they'll still find you there. If you live under the rock, they're watching.
Right.
The way they spy on us, the way they spy on us is insane. You know?
Yeah.
Privacy who? That's why it's comical that they're trying to say the reason where they're trying to ban TikTok is because of privacy laws and like them being scared that the Chinese government is looking at what we're doing. They don't give a fuck. Guess what fucking Instagram and Facebook is doing? They're doing the same damn thing, spying on you.
Actually, even more, they are. They're taking more of our data than
and selling
TikTok
it to these companies.
Yep.
So they can give you those ads that are making you buy shit that you probably don't need. And it's making you broker.
Right. And honestly, just making you feel more sad because maybe you can't get those
void
things.
That is unfillable.
Right.
Is that a word? Unfillable.
I think so.
Unfillable.
We alive.
Damn it.
Unfillable. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
Oh.
That part.
Yeah.
So get out of here with that fucking TikTok ban. You're just upset that we are able to finally come together as a country.
Right.
We as a country are coming together and seeing our government for the ain't shit pieces of shit that they are.
Totally. Also, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, are they trying to distract us with something? Because this can't be the biggest of your worries.
Of course, they're trying to. They hate that. Also, I don't know. I just feel like Palestine has a lot to do with it.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because there is definitely shit they should be focusing on, which is to stop funding a genocide.
Mm-hmm.
But they're choosing to focus on this, and TikTok is just a platform where a lot of the younger generation has created a safe space for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of movements have taken force via TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are really coming together, and they're sharing their truth, they're sharing their story, and it's not filtered, it's not censored. They're able to keep their videos up, unlike Instagram, where as soon as you get political, if it doesn't align with the political values of the racists, your shit will get taken down within, like, literally 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it starts hurting any of the 1% or advertisers, they're like, take it down.
Yep.
And
TikTok's
Instagram
not doing
and Facebook
that.
does. And yeah, no,
TikTok's not
doesn't.
doing that. And they hate that. The government hates that they can't control TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they want to take it away. Take it away.
I know. And it's so frustrating, too, because it's right before our elections here.
Yeah.
In November.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they're trying to silence the youth. They're trying to keep us from being educated and organizing. Because like you said, I feel like people have really been organizing.
Yeah.
Which has been good to see, but I also want more.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the government's scared that they can't control the narrative for once.
Yeah.
And how the truth is just so easily accessible to us via TikTok.
Yeah.
That's it.
Other platforms will come.
Yeah. Literally. Oh my God.
You can't hide. You can't run from the truth forever.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you can't.
It'll come out. People are going to be mad.
People are already freaking mad.
Right. You might as well fess up. Take a little bit of accountability.
I know. Oh my God. They're also scared of each other. That's the problem. We're not really seeing the actual people in power.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the government they're just sucking the dicks of the actual 1%ers that are not in the media and not in the government.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fucking for real. I'm probably gonna die for keeping it real like this.
Right. Where there's only one picture or no pictures of them online.
And that was the last time I spoke.
She was taken.
Yeah. Just know, if I died, it wasn't an accident.
Right.
That's genuinely how I feel like people who, whenever they finally get a chance to speak their truth and when they get close enough to share it, like even that documentary, I'm like, I hope you guys don't die for getting that out.
Right.
Because as soon as people start revealing the truth about the government, how corrupt it is, people start disappearing, dude.
I know. Randomly dying.
Yeah, it's insane.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Drug overdoses.
It's crazy, dude.
I wonder why. Did you push them there?
No, seriously.
They have the tactics. And it's always the same.
It is. I mean, if blood or like suicide, trigger warning, I'm going to talk about a part of that documentary. they said that one of the reporters that was that was revealing like a lot of the truth as it related to the octopus conspiracy theory, he figured a lot of shit out, and you know, they deemed his death as a suicide, right? When they were trying to get rid of him, and when they did like the autopsy report, and when they got there on scene, he had like, I believe 8 slashes on his wrists, one of his wrists, and like 4 on the other or something like that. But they said that when they lifted his wrist up, it was like going like this. It was like flopping.
Oh my god.
And think about it. If you're committing suicide, you get one deep cut like that. You don't have the fucking energy to keep slashing your own wrist like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that that's horrible.
I feel like they just, because they have the power, they're able to rewrite the story.
I know.
And even though everything is pointing to say, this is common sense, this is correct.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, well, the highest power said it was suicide, so...
And don't look into it too much, because if you do, then you're gonna fucking disappear too.
Then suddenly
like, you know
you'll die of suicide.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All of these, like CIA, FBI, the other ones, because there's other ones if you didn't know. They literally have hitmen working for them.
Oh, yeah. The fact that it's on so many shows that even, like, the hitmen have, like, secretive hitmen that the president doesn't get to know about. Like, the shadiest shit is happening in this country. Like, it's
where do you think this shit comes from?
Right.
A lot of stories come from truth.
What's actually happening.
Literally.
People are creative, but they're not that freaking creative.
Yeah. It may come to you via a dream, but a lot of times it also comes from real life experiences.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's scary. It's spooky. I'm kind of scared that we gotta set it on here, but it's fine. They're crazy, dude.
No, they are.
Just know I'm a feisty bitch and I fight back.
Right. I bite.
I got demons.
Right. I got demons and angels on my side.
Demons on demons, and my sleep paralysis demon is huge, so be careful with that.
Right. Listen.
Oh my god.
You can't scare me. I ain't scared you.
Remember, even in Silo, because you watched Silo, right? Like, one of the ladies that knew too much, they just start giving her hella drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do that shit too. They make you go into the fucking loony bin. Is that fucked up to say?
I don't know. I'm not the most politically correct person.
Like, is that politically incorrect? Sorry. What would you call this? Whatever. Anyway, they gave her so much. Yeah, psych ward. That's right.
I think
the psych ward, and she was just all on hella drugs. She was so numb that she couldn't share her story with anyone.
Right.
They had to get her off of the drug for her to remember what happened.
Right. And that takes time.
Yeah. That's so scary.
Right. And most people don't have that kind of time.
And a lot of times people don't come back from that.
Oh, 100%.
Also, when people keep telling you what you're saying is not true, you're crazy. Like, you know, because a lot of them do that shit to them too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't remember anything. They're like gaslighting the fuck out of you, where you're questioning your own reality.
Mm-hmm.
That is beyond fucked up.
Right. And then they drug you so much you physically can't move to get up and tell somebody what's going on.
That is terrifying.
Oh my god.
That shit gives me the creeps. I watch a lot of scary shit. That shit, people drugging people and like making them forget their sense of self.
Yeah. And
making them immobile.
Right.
Like, that shit gets to me. I'm like, that's some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I feel like it fucks with my internal freedom. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's not actually imposing on me, just seeing it or hearing about it, I'm like, that can happen.
Yeah, it can. It can, dude. It's fucked.
No, it's true, though. It does happen.
Honestly, can I share a truth right now?
Yeah.
This is the worst thing I've ever done. This whole podcast, this picture of Diddy has been staring back at me.
I know.
On my laptop. And I don't know why. I feel like we've been having a stare off, and I didn't want him to win. But, like, he's just literally there, like, staring.
I know. I almost asked you at one point to close him.
Why didn't you? It's okay. Be gone, demon.
Because I feel
Goodbye.
like I also felt the same. I was like, well,
He
now
was
it's like a
staring,
fucking...
but you know what? I'm okay with that. Because all the shit I talked,
Right.
I want it to be towards him.
Exactly.
Because I know he's working. He's a bottom feeder of the 1%ers, but he's still on their team.
Right. He's in that dirty network.
Mm-hmm. At the bottom of it.
Right. At the bottom of it. A slum of the slum.
I just want him to know. Don't nobody take you seriously?
No. We don't like
I sure don't.
you.
We don't.
You should. I just don't. Whatever, man.
Say it with your chest.
Like, they don't. No, it's not. Okay.
Say it.
I'll have to cut it.
Make it politically correct.
No, I can't.
Okay, say it and cut it. Because I still want to know.
Like, they don't murder people out here no more. Like, they don't kill bad people anymore.
No,
I don't get it.
You're sorry. Okay, this is what you could say.
They don't be...
Why can't there be a Dexter in real life?
Yes, we need a real Dexter.
You know, like, you know what we're trying to say.
Yes.
Because, like, some
Someone
people
who
are
forgets
just
the bad
fucking
ones.
horrible.
No, actually.
Like, be an angel. My thing... Okay, this is my... I know the answer, but still. Why doesn't bad things happen to bad people? Like, you always see, like, I watch these, like, ghost shows where, like, a family's house gets possessed or, like, something,
Right.
or whatever. I'm just like, why doesn't it happen to someone like Diddy?
No, I agree. But it's never those people who
I
get it.
know.
It's always the ones who've already been, like, down bad or, like,
I know.
loving, kind people.
Exactly. They want to latch onto the good people's energy.
Totally.
They don't want that dark shit. It's like, they're like, oh, you remind me of me. I don't want that.
Right. Nothing to suck out. You're already black and dark inside.
No, seriously. You're, like, on the brink of death.
Right.
I'm going to see you for orientation soon.
Right.
When you on that demon time. All right, you guys. Thank you for kicking it with us while we talk about a whole lot of shit.
So much.
What has been annoying you about your country lately?
Yes,
This is a
the
safe
world.
space.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
A lot of messed up things happening. So yeah, I want to hear what is stressing you out in the world right now.
Seriously.
About the world. I wanna hear it.
Seriously, because
Comment
it's
down
crazy out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you're having a beautiful week.
Yes.
Happy Persian New Year.
Hey.
By the time you're watching this is Persian New Year's and I'm with my family. And happy beginning of Aries season and the first day of spring. All of those are combined into one.
Yes.
Honestly,
day.
I just hope you get some good, fresh energy and that you take some time to relax because you deserve it. So we will see you guys next week. We love you.